The US Supreme Court Judge Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a champion of women's rights, has died at the age of 87 after undergoing treatment for pancreatic cancer. She became the second woman ever to sit on the Supreme Court and served for 27 years. Hundreds of people have gathered outside the court in Washington to pay their respects. Nomia Iqbal looks back at her life.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg was a powerful figurehead for liberals in the US. As a member of the highest court, she had a say on contentious laws that profoundly impact the lives of Americans. When the Supreme Court ruled in favour of George W. Bush in 2000, effectively deciding the presidential election in his favour, she famously said, "I dissent." She would go on to frequently use that phrase, cementing her as a cult figure who became the subject of books, T-shirts, documentaries, and even parodied on late-night TV.
Thank you very much. It is amazing. I am soon to be 87 years old, and everyone wants to take a picture with me.
Her declining health was closely watched by Americans, and now the confirmation of her death due to metastatic pancreatic cancer brings huge unpredictability in an election year.
She led an amazing life. What else can you say? She was an amazing woman. Whether you agreed or not, she was an amazing woman who led an amazing life.
President Barack Obama also reacted. In a statement, he said he and former First Lady Michelle Obama are profoundly thankful for the legacy that Ruth Bader Ginsburg left this country. Justice Ginsburg's full legacy, however, may only be defined by whoever replaces her, which is likely to be a conservative judge. That would tip the court ideologically more to the right, altering American society for a generation to come.
Let me be clear that the voters should pick the president, and the president should pick the justice for the Senate to consider.
The battle to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg has already started. But for now, hundreds of people have gathered here tonight to pay their respects to a feminist icon, a cultural heroine, known simply to many by her initials, RBG.
That report from our North America correspondent Nomia Iqbal, who is at the Supreme Court. As you mentioned there, Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death comes at a very politically sensitive time in the US political cycle.
That's right, and outside here at the Supreme Court, the flags have been lowered in honour of Justice Ginsburg, and lots of people still continuing to arrive and wanting to pay their respects to her. But that grieving is being overshadowed by a political firestorm. The Supreme Court is very important. It affects the way American people live their lives, and Justice Ginsburg was one of the most liberal judges on the bench. She faces potentially being replaced by a right-wing conservative judge. It would be an appointment for life. President Trump wants to fill that seat. The Democrats don't want him to. They say it's an election year. He shouldn't be allowed to do so. The same reason they were given in 2016. And this has just brought more uncertainty to an election that is already very unprecedented.
Nomia Iqbal there in Washington. Many thanks indeed.